Hey everyone, it's Yolanda. Long time no vlog, no video. Yeah, it's just been busy with the family, and same old stuff, kids and work. That's all it is. Nothing spectacular, nothing to write home about. Just I can't even keep my house clean. It's so hard to stay on top of things. And I go through my spurts, which if you've been following my channel, I scratch myself. Owie. If you've been following my channel for a while, you know I have my highs and lows where I'm just like on and doing videos and on top of things and sharing stuff, and then I like disappear. Not disappear, but you know what I mean. We all have it just because life gets in the way and you get busy, and that's what I've been doing. So I'm being real brave to film right now because I'm a mess. And again, what does Monica say? The silver needs to be polished. Yeah, I just got back from the Erin's classroom. I usually volunteer 1 day a week in both of their classes, Erin and Drew. Maddie and Michelle are already in middle school, so unfortunately they don't need any cutting, pasting, gluing, or help painting in that grade. So I volunteer 1 day a week, and I kill two birds with one stone. Well, Erin's teacher needed help I think I went on Monday, and we didn't finish the project, so I volunteered. I can come back Tuesday, so I did. And then there was of course 5 kids that didn't finish the project. So today was I don't have anywhere to go. I'm just going to stay home and veg and work on crafty stuff maybe. And then Erin's teacher asked me yesterday afternoon, because one of the moms that usually comes in on Thursday didn't show up. So she said, we're working on something, and is there any way you can come? And so I went, and I finished the project we were working on because those still 5 kids hadn't done them. I finished that, and yeah, so that's what I was doing all morning. I rode my bike over there, which is really good for some exercise, because along with not vlogging or YouTubing craft stuff, I haven't been exercising. And I feel like a slug, an absolute slug is what I feel like. So, let's see. What else have I been doing that's exciting? Well, I was in a couple boutiques. I know I mentioned that before, and I've just been trying to crank stuff out. But with anything that you just do repetitiously and try to crank stuff out like I was, you just get burned out, and then you lose your mojo, Well, it's not so much I lost my mojo, it's that I want to make something for me. I want to make something that I'm going to keep. But I had 3 boutiques. I had to back out of one because this is actually, well, I'll tell you. I did 2 boutiques, and a friend of mine from work, she's always having to miss them because she works Saturday mornings. So she asked me, hey, can you bring some of your leftover stuff if you have anything? I said, sure. I had stuff. I had a pretty good supply to start for inventory for the next boutique, which I had 3 weeks to finish, or 2 weeks to finish making more stuff. So she asked me, hey, can you bring some stuff in? I said, okay. So I took some things in just with the thought that maybe she would buy something. No, all the girls there bought $180 worth of my craft stuff. Isn't that awesome? Literally just taking the box of stuff into work, putting it on a table, working, coming back. And then I have my little PayPal swipey thing. So everyone wanted to buy stuff, and whoever didn't have cash, they used their card. Even though some of the managers bought stuff because it was close to Mother's Day. So they basically wiped me out for the next boutique that I had coming up. And then my husband was on vacation. I know it seems like he's always on vacation, but he was on vacation, and we were so busy. I was so busy, that I never got to recoup any of that stuff that I sold. So the boutique that I was really wanting to do, that was in a hoity-toity, nice area, nice city, and a total step out of my usual area, and it was going to be a really big thing, I had to back out of. So I was bummed, but it all worked out in the end. I still sold stuff, and anyhow. But I have one more coming up, and it's with a friend of mine, and I said that I would, participate. So I'm just plugging along, getting things ready. And that's about it. Just trying to stay up, keep my head above water, keeping up with the house and working and the kids and school, is winding down, and they are out in about, let's see, the middle of June, like June 12th or 13th. So it's like almost there. So yeah, I scratched myself right here. You could see it on the paper trimmer at the school. I was move my arm, and it's those little ones that, okay, it's not a big deal obviously, but they just kind of nag at you and hurt. Yeah, so anyhow, and I rode my bike. I think I said that. Yeah, because I said I hadn't been exercising, and it's like kind of overcast day, so it's nice. It's not too hot because I get kind of sweaty. It's a little bit of an incline, a little bit of an uphill on the way. So coming back, I don't even have to pedal. I just give one push off and it takes me all the way home. So now I am going to finish watching a movie called Toast. I started it the other night on Netflix. It looks pretty good. So I'm going to finish that and then work on a journal for a friend at work that it's a commissioned project. She ordered 2 of my journals, the ones with the book that I take all the guts out. So I finished one and I need to do the other one. And then I'm just going to do nothing because I should color my hair because it's gray. But see, I put this black headband, just a little tip, and it kind of covers, not completely, you could still see them, but it kind of camouflages them a little bit because I hate coloring my hair. And I've said this before, I color it myself because it's just to color gray. I'm not going to go spend 30, 40 bucks, whatever, 50 bucks to color gray. But I have a lot of it, a lot. And then when I got it trimmed, so you can tell it's like super short right now. It's like really short. Oh, look at, ay caramba. I hate doing that kind of stuff. So anyhow, but I got it cut, and when she trimmed it, I was like, oh, heavens to Murgatroyd. You could see all the gray, so I was kind of able to mask it. When it was a little longer, it kind of covered, but underneath, like, I'm really gray. So I blame it on the kids. Yeah, so anywho. But yeah, that's about it. My YouTube friends, I miss you guys, and I know I'm behind in comments. Forgive. I'm rotten. I'm horrible. Burn her at the stake. Excuse I get so busy, and then I do something, like I'll put this video up, and then I'm off to the next thing, and then I'll get it, like the notification, not the notification, I'll check my email from my phone, and I can't respond on there, and then, just get busy. And then I'll sit down and answer like 5 or 6, like I'll think, okay, I'm gonna stay on top of it, and then boom, you have 10 more comments, and then, yeah, anyhow, I'm rotten. Forgive me, please. So I hope everyone has a fabulous 3-day weekend. I know everyone's looking forward to it, but I work, so it's not like I don't work Sunday, but I work. I work tomorrow, I work Monday, so it's not like I get to celebrate Memorial Day. But that's the job of a server. So anyhow, I hope you have a fabulous weekend. Remember what Memorial Day is all about, and enjoy time with your family. Hopefully you get some crafting done. And oh, let me tell you a super quick story, because I haven't done that in a while. Let me tell you, this was really sweet. So I was in the classroom today and I'm volunteering, and these kids tell me everything. And I also get to see some of the kids that say things that are a little mean, like they say them to my twins. And so I have my own little way of defending them or saying little things so those kids know I know what they're saying. So for instance, one little boy, I won't say his name, he told Drew, he wanted Drew to draw something for him, and he told Drew, I'll give you 2 more chances, and if you don't bring it, then I'm not your friend anymore. So immediately I told Drew, tell the kid, nice knowing you. And I said something else, but Aaron and Drew were both like, we can't say that. So I was joking, obviously. So when I go to Aaron's class today, they do this classroom switching where a teacher does a little bit of teaching in one subject and then they kind of rotate. So this little boy was in there, and I said to him, so you would be Drew's friend no matter what, right? Even if he didn't bring you something or if he didn't make something for you. And he's like, oh, I'll be friends with him forever. And then he gave me that, like, I got you look, like, I know what you mean kind of look. So anyhow, that wasn't the story I was going to tell you. What I was going to tell you was, so I'm sitting at the table with these 4 kids, and I was working on something else. They just happened to be sitting there. And so we start talking about girls and boys being in charge. And I don't even know what the original topic was. And a little boy said about how boys are always supposed to be in charge. And then he says, because God's a boy. And so, and I believe in God, and I've said this before, I believe in Jesus Christ, and I believe that God made man to be the head of the house and all that. And that's like, I'm not even going to go any further, but I'm just saying, like, I have certain beliefs. So I told him, yeah, I said, I believe that too. I said, but just because you're a boy doesn't always make you, a good leader or good to be in charge of stuff. I said, what else does a boy have to do? And he says, you have to be nice, and you have to be kind, and you have to be honest, and you can't be bossy. And I thought that was so sweet, because that's what when he said that about, God being a boy and boy being in charge, I was like, ooh, like, yeah, I believe that to a point, but there's a whole lot of other stuff. But he's 7. I can't go into this deep conversation. But when he said that, I was just like, oh, you have a good daddy. You have a good daddy and a good mommy teaching you right. So I fist pumped him, and I said, stay golden, pony boy. And he looked at me like, what? I thought, you'll read The Outsiders in the 8th grade. So I thought that was really sweet, because I tell my boys all the time. Oh, here's another story. I tell them all the time about being nice and honest, and you're not going to like everybody, but you don't say mean things because they hurt, blah, blah, blah. So there's a little girl in Drew's class who, she calls me her school mom, and it drives Drew nuts. Like, he hates it. And I always feel bad for her, because he'll say things like, I don't like you, that, I don't like her. And I said, don't say that. It's okay. You don't have to like her, but you don't want to hurt her feelings. Until today, until the little kids I was sitting with were telling me that she teases Drew and says, your mom wishes I was her daughter, and all this stuff. And so I'm like, oh, my poor baby. And they were telling me Drew was getting really mad. His face got all red. And then I thought, like, here I'm feeling bad for her because he's saying something mean, and then she's teasing him. So she totally knew how to work it. So I'm going to have a little talk with her next time I see her, and just tell her, like, that's not nice to say to Drew, But I did tell Drew, maybe, she just wishes she had a mommy that could come and volunteer, and that every time she says that just to remember, I'm his mommy, and he's lucky, and I'm lucky to have him. So anyhow, so that's the drama of 2nd grade. Kids are funny. And they do say the darndest things. They tell me way too much. I'm like, la, 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 la. I should not be hearing this. Alrighty then. I'm going to go watch Toast. And I think I'm going to make some toast and some coffee, because it's a little dreary, like I said. And I'm a little hungry. So anyway, have a great weekend. And I hope all of you are doing fabulous. I miss you and love you. And yeah. So anyhow, have a good one. Until next time. Bye.